were brought up tonight are items on our agenda, but there's a few things. There were a number, Mr. City Attorney, there were a number of questions about previous policies that council had decided on regarding housing. So if there's a question about conflicts or how things may apply to folks in the community, where can they go to find out more?
Well, so my office has requested two FPPC opinions, advice regarding council member interests, landlord interests, and renter interests. We broke them apart only because there were different issues. We received calls back from the FPPC with a couple of questions for clarification. We're expecting one of the opinions back this week, probably the other one in early June. If we don't get clarification, our plan is to bring something back as soon as we can with all of the issues so that council can revisit those. But it's on advice from my office and the city manager's office that we put hold and abeyance letters on top of the two budget discussion papers, just so that we can have clarity for the community and clarity for the council members on what their obligations are. So that's why you're not discussing those papers. You didn't discuss them last time. You're not discussing them tonight. Hopefully we can have clarity from the Fair Political Practices Commission, but we are waiting their advice so that we can provide safe harbor letters, if possible, to the council members.
Great, thank you.
Meaning that if you came tonight talking about the rental registry items or some of these other items, we won't be discussing that tonight, just so you all know, because we're waiting on advice from these letters.
Right. And several folks brought up some really good, really important concerns. So if these concerns are, you still have a question about them, please reach out to our housing enforcement unit and our housing department, who will clarify. And if these, in my opinion, if something that we have passed policy-wise in the past is impacting you, please let us know. Let us know how it's impacting you and what's happening with you, so that we can get that information and either address it or figure out a way, or figure out what's going on so that we know how it's impacting you. So I appreciate you coming up and telling us what your concerns are, and appreciate you letting us know when things are not working for you.
Madam Mayor, if I could, on that topic, the housing rights clinics that you received a report on last week that are being provided by the Housing Rights Center are open to landlords and tenants. They're not exclusive to tenants. It's our opportunity. We used some of the money that council appropriated last year for legal assistance. In the roundtable, both mayor and vice mayor heard from the community that both landlords and tenants needed greater access to legal resources. My office cannot represent or give legal advice to tenants or landlords, and the Housing Rights Center is the entity that we have been able to partner with to provide that. They have provided two workshops so far. I believe they have two more left in June. The dates are June 2nd is the next one, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. over at the Community Services Building. But they are not exclusive to tenants. Landlords may also come. It's first come, first serve, but they are 3-hour sessions.
Thank you for that important clarification, Mr. City Attorney. And if folks have questions about housing enforcement and would like to reach the housing enforcement unit, they can reach the housing enforcement unit at what number? Welcome, Mr. Prescott.
Good evening, Madam Mayor. You can reach the housing office at 818-238-5180, 818-238-5180.
Thank you. And that is if you are a landlord, housing provider, or a tenant.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to ask about that, the housing workshops as well. Let's see, a couple specific things that came